Hey guys, Fearless Front here with another Quadractor update. Today we are working on the motor. This is the 13 horsepower GX390 Honda engine that I purchased. Well, I showed you that I purchased in, I think the last video it was. I had two of these. I got them for about 60 bucks for the two. This one was missing a carburetor, exhaust. Well, the exhaust bolts are actually a little messed up. They're stripped. Had a few problems with it, but I purchased some new parts. This is the exhaust from the other donor motor. Brand new air cleaner with air filter, brand new carburetor. Now, getting this engine up here was not exactly easy. The problem came when I went to put this thing on and slide it into this center drive. I had to remove a lot of these cooling fins, these castings, and I had to clearance out, grind away this section here so I could slide this motor in. It's not even slid all the way in, but all these fins stuck way out down here, and obviously this thing was not going to clear if those were all still in the way. Not only that, but this clutch slide mechanism, I guess we will call it, that has some bolts that protrude from the sides here, some of which actually need to be tightened. And I had to clearance some of this, and I had to clearance it again down there. You can see where I took another chunk out. You can also see my throttle plate is kind of screwed up, so I might have to swap the other one from the other motor as well. Alright, so we're making a little bit of progress. I got the clutch assembly bolted onto the motor. I'm starting to get the motor bolted down. On this side I got the shroud pulled off, and I got the old throttle plate pulled off. I got the new ones right here. Well, this is the old one. You can see the part where it's actually broken right there. The new one, which looks in way worse shape, but at least it's not broken. So we get the carburetor and air filter assembly, governor, fuel line all attached. I got the fuel turned on. There's a little bit of fuel in the tank. Not very new fuel, but it's fuel nonetheless. Got a little bit of oil in the crankcase, not a ton. I'm probably gonna have to change it before I really run this thing. Still no exhaust. But I find myself really wanting to see this thing / hear this thing run at least a little bit before I continue to invest a bunch of time and energy into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to turn this thing over for the first time. It's going to be extremely loud because of the lack of exhaust, but what the hell? Let's give it a shot. I don't know if I have any other wiring that I got to actually check out, but I'm going to assume the on-off switch works. Before you ask me, yes, it's in neutral and all the belts are disconnected, so even if this thing was in gear, I don't think it would go anywhere. So I think that's idle, so we'll give this a try. Ooh. She is trying. No, I'll leave the choke on, give it a little bit more throttle. My God, that thing is loud. So now that I got the engine mounted, even though it's not fully set up and ready to go, I decided to put these pulleys, or the belts back on the pulleys, on all the hat pulleys, the drive pulleys if you will. I was thinking about just trying to drive it. Not anything crazy. I would just like to see if it will move under its own power. So if I can get this thing to go 20 feet in the forward direction, I'd be pretty happy. Let me just prologue this by saying this is a really dumb and stupid idea, because I honestly have no idea how to drive this thing. I fully expect it to throw a belt right off. I don't know what I'm honestly thinking right now, other than the fact that at some point I need to drive this thing. So it might as well be right now. It's got an engine that runs. It's got exhaust that's going to blast straight into my ear, so I'm going to get some ear protection. And, well, we're going to see if it'll at least move under its own power. So the only way I can shut this thing off is the key, which is located here, and I will be sitting there. So if anything goes wrong, I'm basically completely screwed. I'm just going to bail and try to run around and shut it off. I'm going to go in low gear. I do not know how low gear is, so it was nice knowing you. Wait a minute. I almost forgot. I'm definitely going to want these.
Yeah, it's not that loud.
That is bizarre. You have no idea what it's like to sit 4 feet off the ground and feel completely out of control at 1 mile an hour. It's unbelievable. One thing I'll notice right away is as soon as you release one pedal slightly before the other, the whole thing lurches in that direction. That's weird. Steering definitely fights you. Just back and forth 20 feet. That was an unbelievable experience. I've never driven anything like this. I guess in the next video we'll focus on exhaust and trying to finagle that clutch linkage to work properly. And then we'll have to build a throttle, hook up the electrical system, all that stuff. But that, you know, that's not such a big deal. It would be nice to have a kill switch right next to me so I don't die. What do you guys think? Was that awesome or not? Let me know. That's gonna do it for me today. I gotta go get cleaned up. I got stuff to do. I got video to edit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next Quadractor update.